Hey, what's going on? You're tuned into the Daily Geek right here on SweetGeek.tv. I'm your host, Griffin Granberg, and today is August 27th, 2008. Let's get to the Geek News, starting with story number one, which is an article from Entrepreneur.com. I link to a lot of these articles because I get asked a lot of questions, and sometimes those questions are answered through these articles. This one's called The 7 Biggest Mistakes in Setting Pricing. Very important to set your price right so that you get paid what you deserve and the customer gets a good price and everyone can be happy. That's why I think it's important to check this article out. I'm including it on the interesting links below. Story number two, which is kind of a cool use of technology. Gold medal cyclist Kristin Armstrong took a GPS unit, rode the route in Beijing, and then recorded, the different elevations and coordinates, and then took them off of the GPS, input them into application like Google Earth, and then found a route to train on that's almost or nearly exact to the route in Beijing in Idaho where she lives. It's definitely a cool use of technology, and I thought it was worth bringing up. Story number two, Technorati is jumping into the content game. They were just a blog search and a blog ranking site. Now they've bought blogcritics.org, which is best described as like an online magazine type of site. So they'll be jumping into the content game here shortly with that purchase. Story number four, iFi, which we covered a few months ago about how they have Wi-Fi SD chips that you can just throw in your camera and then it will upload to different, photo sharing sites. They've scored a big deal with Nikon. Now, they already did the D60 with Nikon earlier this year, but now they're doing the prosumer model, the D90. So what is the integration going to be? Well, they're going to have a menu where you can turn on the Wi-Fi access. You can turn it on, turn it off. You can set where you want it to upload. All that stuff right there on camera, which I thought was pretty cool. iFis are available in local stores like Circuit City, Ritz Camera, Wolf Camera, and they range from about $79 to $129. I'm definitely going to go pick one up and check it out. Story number five, Nikon D90. Now, I brought it up in the last story, but this story is the one I'm really excited about because all the details are released, the pictures, the functionality, all that stuff is there. Engadget has a great write-up on it. I'm going to include that in the interesting links below, but just a cool stats for you. It's going to have a 3-inch live view LCD display on the back. It's going to be it's going to be 12.3 megapixels, 4.5 frames per second continuous shooting, and the price with like the whole kit and everything, which usually comes with some sort of Nikon lens, is only $12.99. How about that? $1,299, of course. So when will it be available? I'm not too sure on that, but as soon as I know, I'll let you know. Story number six, the WB.com, which was kind of dead there for a while, has been resurrected today. It's going to become a Hulu competitor. The only thing is, Hulu's search sucks. It's not good at all, at least the last time I used it. It was not very good. The WB.com has actually put in an awesome search, which you can even search quotes from the different shows, and it should bring up the show. I think that's definitely pretty cool, so make sure to check that out. Story number seven, I'm a big BlackBerry user, so if there's anything new and cool about BlackBerries, I'm surely going to bring it up. This is cool. It's called Juicecaster. I'm including a link on the interesting links below. It's an application for your BlackBerry that hooks up with Blogger, PhotoBucket, Facebook, MySpace, all those, and you can send video and photos to those sites. It's definitely a cool service. It's still in beta, but you should definitely check it out if you're like me and taking pictures and videos on your BlackBerry all the time and uploading them to all these different sites. Story number eight, Dell is releasing 4 different models of low-cost PCs for emerging markets like China and India. Kind of seen a plateau here in the US market, but there's definitely emerging markets that Dell is going to optimize on. Story number 9 is a very cool article from Lifehacker. I'm not going to go over it too much right now, but I think you should check it out. I'm including it on the interesting links below. It's basically gives tips and suggestions about how to write a resume. They debate, whether or not the resume should be 1 page or multiple pages. My personal opinion, you go with the 1-page synopsis, so that way if they tear off the front page and then throw the rest of your resume, they at least know everything about you, or at least the most pertinent information about you. But check out that article for more debate. And lastly, really quickly, story number 10, there's an article on Ars Technica about the RIAA versus like all the universities in America and how they're trying to crack down on these piracy and all this stuff. Go ahead and check it out to see what the universities are doing. There's definitely some cool combative things that they're using to combat the piracy going on at universities. I'm including the link on the interesting links below, so make sure you check that out. That is the Geek News for August 27th, 2008. I'm your host, Griffin Granberg, for the Daily Geek, right here on SweetGeek.tv, and I'll catch you tomorrow.